Welcome to UBS Garden. I'm so excited for today. Today we're going to do a garden tour. I'm just sitting here in my chair, enjoying the shade. But we're going to walk around the garden and I'm excited to show you how the garden has flourished. I haven't made a video in probably a few weeks just because we have been so busy around the garden. Just this past week was really busy, and I haven't even really taken care of the garden as much this week. Really haven't done anything, pulled some weeds or whatever as I walked past, but haven't really done much. It's been raining. It probably rained almost every day this week, so haven't had to water the garden. Thankfully, I did water this morning because it didn't rain yesterday. It was supposed to rain a little bit last night, but it didn't. But let's get this garden tour started. Again, welcome. I'm Nan Shane. This is UBS Garden. We are a community and now market garden here in the city of Detroit in Zone 6B. I'm happy that you're here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Turn that notification bell on. Give this video a thumbs up. Go back and watch previous videos. I post a lot of shorts just because it's a little more convenient for me sometimes when I'm busy around the garden. But check out my shorts. I have plenty of those that will keep you a little more updated on what's going on around in the garden. And let's get growing. Let's get started at the front. This is the front of the garden, and this is the wildflower garden. And it is definitely a wildflower, but it's beautiful. Some weeds in here, of course, but these are black-eyed Susans. Look at these. I'm pretty sure all of these purple, yeah, those are thistle. And I dare not get in there and pull them out at this point. I want to say this is, what is this? Yarrow and daisies, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is the wildflower garden. So pretty. And our apple trees. This is the 5th year of these apple trees. And this year is the first year that we have so many apples on this tree. So many apples. I'm excited for it. One of these apple trees, which I can't tell or don't know the difference between, one is a red apple, one is a green apple. This one is a dwarf apple tree. I'm excited to make, what is it? Apple cider. Yeah, apple cider. I guess I'll walk through here. Around each of my fruit trees, I have comfrey. There's comfrey there, comfrey there. Comfrey is a good fertilizer for fruit trees. You can chop it down, use it as mulch. I use it as fertilizer, and I make a comfrey salve. So let's just walk through here. Over here, I planted sunflowers. I'm gonna add some more sunflowers to this bed here. Let me back up. This one round bed. I have not planted anything in here yet. I just have been so busy, but that's a new bed. And then here is a heart-shaped bed. And then in this bed I have, this is amaranth, green amaranth. And I have a butternut squash behind there. That butternut squash was planted a little late, but it's doing just fine. Then I have borage here. I should have had a 4th borage. I might put a 4th borage right there. And then there is spaghetti squash and amaranth here, red amaranth. I was hoping that I planted Love Lies Amaranth. And hopefully I may still be able to, but we'll see. But yeah, that's that bed. And then over here is a bed full of herbs. These are African marigolds, and I have rosemary in there. This is a weed. Marigolds in there. There is thyme in there. Nasturtium. Chamomile. What is that? Thai basil. Holy basil is in there. Calendula. Another African marigold. Feverview. Sage. Purple sage. Oregano. More marigold. Nasturtium. And these are roselle. I'm so excited about the roselle. But yeah, that is this front area of the garden. And then I really need to cut down this comfrey. She has gotten weeds in it, but I need to cut that down. I'm gonna make comfrey tea with that. This bed here has a nasturtium, and really it's a bed of zinnias, calendula, and stinging nettle. And then naturally growing in here is purslane. If you don't know about purslane, it's a weed, but it's an edible weed, and has great nutritional benefits, and it just grows naturally, and I let it. Then we have behind me all of the tomatoes: Cherokee purple, white cherry, aroma, beefsteak, sun gold, Cherokee green, ponderosa pink. And we have tomatoes coming on the, what is that, ponderosa pink. We have a San Marzano, and they're looking good. I pruned these recently, so great airflow underneath. We have a what is that, sun sugar cherry tomato. We have sun gold tomato in there, and this is bindweed, trying to trellis, but I'll get it off of there. And what is that? Lemon balm grows freely, and I let it. This is all lemon balm down here with some weeds in it. And also in there, I have loofah growing in there as well. So that's that bed. Then this bed behind me, we have beans. What are these? Lima beans. I've never seen these red flowers before, though. There's also this speckled lima bean as well, and they are growing super. They're going up the trellis. I did not expect them to grow up the trellis like this. I really, really didn't. The last lima beans I planted, they only got about that high. Did not expect these beans to grow up the trellis, but I love it. I was expecting the loofah to take over this trellis. This is where I actually planted lemon balm, and this is where the lemon balm should be, but she has spread it all over this garden. Here is the bed of corn, and I have marigolds all in this bed, but look at the corn. She's doing really, really good. Really, really good. We have some corn stalks already. And some silks. But yeah, that is the corn bed and lima beans. And then behind that bed is onions, some celery is in here, marigolds, and leeks. So these onions over here doing pretty well. Purslane growing in this one too, but here's the celery and then cucumber all in this bed. Had to train them a little bit today, but then over here we also have onion all in this bed. Here along the back we have onion. Do have some celery down in there somewhere. I have to really get in here and weed this bed. But also this bed is full of squash and zucchini. And I really have to get in there. You see the zucchini in there? Let me see. Can you see it? Yeah, I think so. There. And there's some squash growing over there. But if you can see, marigold is all in this bed as well. I do have some zucchinis I need to get in there. There's one I really need to get. But I know once I start pulling zucchini, they're gonna start coming almost every day. And that's fine, but whoa, look at that. Love it. I love it. I did put this trellis here just to keep them off the ground. I don't want them touching the ground. Just to prevent disease. But I'm really loving these plants. They don't have any aphids or anything on the back of them because I released ladybugs, and I also have the onions in here, so I'm hoping that that is keeping the pest at bay. Have borage growing here. Planted a borage in this corner last year, and now borage just pops up. But in this bed, it is just full of things. We have okra in this bed, nasturtium, marigold in this bed also. Purslane is growing. I do have heat tolerant peas growing up that trellis, and also yard long beans growing up this trellis. This is a peach tree. Then we have hibiscus right here. Was transplanted that garlic and out of a bed because my garlic didn't do so well, but I'm gonna take that out of that pot. We have this, what is this? Pear tree and another pear tree. But yeah, I need to address some of these brown leaves. But in this pot also, I have potatoes growing in that pot. There's another hibiscus. Milkweed just grow, and I welcome it. And this bed is volunteer tomatoes, but along the trellis is yard long beans. And this is supposed to be a pepper bed, but last year it was tomatoes, and so tomatoes are popping up everywhere in this bed. I guess I could have trellised that one, but I didn't even know that was growing there. Need to get in here and pull some of these weeds out as well. That green onion is going to seeds, but it's peppers everywhere in this bed. We have jalapeno, cayenne, all different kinds of pepper, red, green. We have purple beauty peppers. And I have marigolds all in this bed. Here, this anise hyssop is a volunteer plant, and I just let her stay there. We also have another borage growing right here. I first thought it was mullein, but it is borage. And also have burdock root. Let me pull this leaf growing out of the side of the bed as well. This is my garden cart. Let me move it. This is what I pull around to water the garden with the watering cans. These are our watering tanks in our little storage area for a second right now. Here is the raspberry bed. I've harvested so much raspberries. I've been making ice pops with the raspberries, and they have been a hit. Look like something is eating that particular raspberry, but this raspberry bed looks amazing. Then my beautiful lavender. I actually need to harvest lavender, but this is the bed of beans. I mean, there's all sorts of beans in here. I can't see the tags currently, but let me see if I can try at least. Okay. We have Great Northern beans in here. Let's see if I can see another tag. We have pinto beans in here. And these are supposed to be bush beans, but they're getting long. Kidney beans in there, purple hull beans in there. Over there in that corner is carrots, and this is this big lovage. I chopped her down. She was about 6 feet tall. She is the first to grow during the spring, and I recently chopped her down about less than 2 weeks ago. She's back to a bush. But then I have green beans, hopefully gonna grow up that trellis, and then lemon balm growing there as well. Now this is actually a mullein growing out of the ground. Let me get out of the growing out of the ground, and I'm just letting it grow. Lemon balm growing everywhere, but these back here are my grow bags, and have all of my herbs in these grow bags here. Oh, I need to water again. This she looks good. Elderberry plant, what I recently got, and herbs, blackberries. This says Love Lies Amaranth. That didn't make it because I didn't realize that was in there. Oh no. I wanted that Love Lies Amaranth. But anyway, I keep blocking the... I'm gonna have to do something with this blackberry, but that is a passion flower. And in here are red potatoes in these 2 buckets there. And then more herbs over here: peppermint, rosemary, lemongrass, marjoram, holy basil, chamomile, peppermint. Let's see what's over here. Sweet basil, spearmint, stevia, calendula. We have burdock and mullein also growing in these bags. Dill, mother of thyme, chamomile, peppermint, and purple basil. Have oregano, lemon verbena, and Thai basil. One more sweet basil here. And behind that are just native plants. What is that? Yarrow. I want to say this is... Ooh, what is it? I cannot think of the name of it. But it is native plant here. Coreopsis and more yarrow. Excuse the mess in the background. And excuse that big high tunnel. I'll talk about that in another video, but those supplies are for them to finish the high tunnel. This is anise hyssop, probably volunteer because I did not plant that there. And then I need to address some things over here, but we have lots of weeds growing. But sage. Sage. This is called salvia. The purple flowers are pretty spent, but new ones are coming on there. This is an Ella campaign right here. And this is marshmallow. Excuse me, I built this table to keep my plants on when I harden them off. These are just plants that I sell at market, and soon, hopefully, our farm stand, I'll come and walk back here. But this is also my medicinal bed, but the yarrow has taken over because I'm supposed to have bee balm in here, supposed to be, what else in here? This is a weedy mess as well. But supposed to be anise hyssop and bee balm. And it might be some bee balm in here. I believe this may be the bee balm. Yeah. But there's supposed to be echinacea in here, purple coneflower. And I see no signs of that purple coneflower. Absolutely none. This is the fire pit area. I'm gonna have to address this as well. I put some sand down. It was leftover sand. But then I also got these pea pebbles that I'm gonna put down because this stays weedy. You can't even see the fire pit area because it's full of weeds right there in the middle. But I also built these brick benches. Yeah, this is just an area, a work in progress. We're gonna get it together really soon. But we have our chicken coop over here, and that's what I did. I got a load of sand and put in here, and we had leftover sand, so I still have some work to do on the chicken coop. But this is the chicken coop. Put a flower pot here. She probably needs to be watered as well. Yep, she's been doing good because of the rain, but could use some water. But yeah, this is the chicken coop. I purchased this coop off of Facebook Marketplace. Excuse me. There it goes. There, sorry about that. But yeah, I purchased this coop off of Facebook Marketplace. Haven't gotten the chickens just yet. I do not like doing things with one hand. There, I'm trying to open it so you can see the inside of the chicken coop. There's that. Oh, my finger in the way. I have these pine shavings that I'm gonna put down in the coop. But she's a pretty coop. I love it. Can't wait. I'm gonna have to finish this off too because this back is open. I'm gonna put more hardware cloth on there. There's the top. There's the top of that. We have our little nesting boxes back here. A little solar light. I'm gonna move that solar light up because it's not getting any sun right there. So I'm gonna move it up to the top. But yeah, that's our chicken coop. And this is a view of the back of the garden. We'll walk back up front. My little mobile office, my camper over there. This is a pile of, it was my compost. It was where I had compost dropped so that we could fill the beds. But I moved that compost area, and because this is what happens, weeds. This is bindweed and some other type of weed, invasive weed. I usually Just chop it down with a weed whacker, but it grows right back up. But yeah, that over there is my little sitting area. Found this at a resale shop. It's made out of what do you call it? Seatbelt material. So cute. And this is our elderberry tree. She's pretty huge. She shades the camper. But let me walk back over here. We had our chip drop of wood chips. If you see all of this, I'm gonna put those wood chips, cover this entire garden area, walking area, besides this where I have the weed barrier. But yeah, so view of the garden. I love this view. Absolutely love this view right here. But yeah, that is the end of June garden tour, and I absolutely love it. I'm gonna go back over here and sit down for a minute. It's not too hot out here. Like I said, it had been raining almost every day this week. Also, starting on Tuesday, it was in the 90s. And it was hot out here, but we had to work to put that high tunnel up all week in the hot, blazing sun. But I'm so glad it's up. But again, I'm going to talk about that in another video, just because it's not finished and I'm just not ready to get into all of the what goes into the greenhouse right now. I mean, not greenhouse, high tunnel. I'm a sweaty mess right now from walking around. But that is the end of June garden tour. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it was kind of quick, but gave you a quick walkthrough of the garden. We'll do another garden tour sometime in July. Again, this is UBS Garden. I thank you for being here. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. So let's get growing. I'll see you in my next video.